Here's what it looks like with bottom half.
Okay, that almost works, and it makes you look really short at the table. The way, like, some of the shadows are lining up. It does look like... Yeah. I don't know why that just scaled you down like 10 times.
I look tiny now.
You look puny. Oh, that's so much juice. Why do you have so much juice?
I'm thirsty.
What kind of juice is the juice, man?
This is an apple raspberry. Ooh, the green screen will not show.
Wow.
Apple raspberry. I need my morning hydration.
You never have normal amounts of drink or food, and I love it. I spent from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. redoing the set, and when I was working on it, I'm at the desk working the camera. I'm seeing how the frame is, and then I go to record at 6 in the morning just to test it, and I sit my fat ass in front of the everything. It may as well there may be nothing in my corner because it looked so nice, but I forgot where I sit. So I need to redo it a little bit. So this is not the final setup because
eventually you'll have to sit on the floor. It looks like I'm sitting on the floor, so
that would be a funny Wait, hold on. That would be a funny podcast setup where we just...
Your knees are gonna be fried by the end of this.
So, Taiwa, what do you think about the Middle East?
Oh, there's been a lot going on. It's been a lot. So I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think about Venezuela?
I don't know.
You asked your dad? Taiwa, did you do your research today?
I didn't do any research.
Taiwa, why are you bald at 7?
There has to be a podcast out there started by like 2 7-year-olds.
Yeah, isn't that? I mean, that is that classic meme where it's those like 3 kids and they're discussing, is Fortnite finally a dead game? It's one of the best meme formats. Anyway, welcome to What Am I Just podcast. This is my buddy Kyle, and I'm me, Tre. And every week we get together and we challenge each other, and we question how we do everything. We question how we wipe, when we wipe, whether the pee goes through the gate or over the fence.
I have to go out and buy a plunger today.
Okay.
I had my first home toilet clog.
That's awesome, man.
I was genuinely, normally when somebody clogs the toilet, they're like, "Oh!" But I was pretty happy.
You felt like you had made, like, it's like when a dog pees on its territory. You were like, "This is mine."
It was like I finally broke the place in. And to be fair, now that toilet has been clogged for 2 days at this
point.
Are
you looking at it? Are you looking at the poop floating out of the toilet? You just leaned over like you're just seeing it oozing out, and you're like, I gotta get a mop too.
I am literally, my bathroom is straight ahead of me is where the master bathroom is, and it's I can't go in there right now until I have the plunger. So
you still don't have the plunger?
No, not yet.
So there is feces floating within 10 feet of you as you film this podcast?
It's not.
Quit looking at it. Quit making eye contact with the feces. Quit, because you leaning means that there's a chance that you do spot it. You're like, I don't know. Do I see the poop from here?
Oh, yeah. No, there it is. There it is. I see it. No, it's gone down. It's one of those where there's like no water in the pot, but when you flush, it goes all the way up.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Yeah, it's like when you use one of those toilets that uses very minimal water. And so you take a big poop and you just hear it splat on the porcelain bowl.
Yeah.
Like there's something weird about that instead of it hitting the water, even though it's all going to the same place.
The funny thing is that I've had the opportunity to buy plungers, but I haven't because they're wrong.
Explain.
I don't know if you've seen plungers lately, and it really pisses me off. I'll have to send you a photo, but so many plungers now, they're like designed where it's like it goes wow on the outside, and then it goes in.
Yes!
And then, like, there's, like, a hole. It's like there's a holder
I didn't know
In
this.
the
I just
inside.
replaced all my plungers, and I thought my toilet had a leak because I plunge like once a week. I've got my toilet and I've got me and my wife's toilet. And my toilet I just use and abuse, and so I'm plunging it weekly. I set the plunger to the side, and then I'll come in the next day, and there's just a puddle of water around the toilet, and I go, shit. The porcelain must be cracked. It took me 2 weeks to realize it was just the plunger holds water now for some stupid reason.
It's
so
like
now
a big-ass spoon.
I store my plunger in the bathtub next to the toilet. So I plunge my shit down, and then I put it in the bathtub where it waits to use again. I don't know if you realize
this. Try it next time, but after you plunge, shake it.
I shake it. I spin it like a flag twirler. It's ridiculous. I love that we're both doing the same.
We're both sitting here with our hands. We're like, you gotta give it a good shake, and you're like, no, I give it the old two-hander.
There's so much plunges on my mind. I just watched Punch Drunk Love for the first time. Have you seen it? Oh, Adam Sandler is a plunger salesman, and they sell glass plungers and wooden plungers and porcelain plungers, and they have toys and trinkets and doodads on the tops of it, and the guy comes in and Adam Sandler goes, yeah, this is our this used to break a lot, this glass one, but we've made it indestructible. And without missing a beat, he slams it on the table in front of the guy, and it explodes glass everywhere. It fucking killed me. God, that's such a good. But yeah, it's just, you need that classic like light brown just dome. The one I
just want the dome.
Yeah, in Jackass, the one that they could like load up on a bow and arrow and shoot at people's stomachs. Wooden rod. Whoever makes that, I don't know. Yeah, they're reinventing it lately, and it's pissing me off.
I go to the store, and there's so many like fancy plungers, and they're like wow, and then it's got a little whoop, like a little mouth, and then I've seen like weird ones, and it's just like.
Yeah, it just needs to be a suction cup attached to a wooden pole. There's nothing else that needs to happen. I'd also like to mention that more than likely, this is going to be the first podcast that several of my family members first listened to, and I'm just now realizing, yeah, and we've just went right into the poop and plunger talk just to get that out of the way, because at the end of every year, me and my wife, we post this big like newsletter to our extended family, and it's like, in January this happened, in February this happened. We post a photo dump, and just there was a real quick sneak in, like, Trey started a podcast, just like to get that out there whenever that happened in August. And my great aunts commented and was like, so what's the podcast? And I went, well, I won't not tell you what it is, but I'm just letting you know it's not family friendly. You probably wouldn't like it, but here it is. And then I just left, and then I've just assumed she's never going to watch it, I hope. And then I had a family gathering with my half-sister, my brothers, and my half-sister's fiance. And he seemed really interested in what I did for work and the podcast. And so he was like, set me up on it. And so when I got home, I linked him the podcast also. So we'll see how that goes.
So I got a new STD.
Yeah, which one? Gonorrhea.
It's a bad one.
It's a bad one? No. Oh, wait, I know where this is going then.
No, I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make your family click off the fastest. They're like, yeah, have you ever had like somebody in your family and you show them something and then like after 1 minute they're like, okay, well, have fun with that. That looks.
And you think their barrier would be that I have a friend with an STD and they're like, whoa, we thought he was clean.
Yeah, get it off of here.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a cold sore, this freak.
No, they already clicked off when I talked about my fat dump, so...
Yeah, we talked about our fat dumps and our plunger issues.
Everything past this point, we're safe.
God, we've been busy, but it is the beginning of, I want to say, season 2. We got new set, new challenges, new bet. Kyle, it's January.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought next week is when the shirt comes off because I still need to see your challenges. Not that I can catch up or anything, but I would like to see what crimes you've committed this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume you did not kill anybody this week because you didn't have to.
I specifically, because you requested, avoided the crosswalk every time I crossed the street this week. I jaywalked at least 30 times this week. I know.
I mean, that's 1 point.
That's 1 point? All instances are equal 1 point? It's not individual crimes?
If you jaywalk 10 times, that's crime. If you kill 10 people, that's 1 crime. If you steal 20 cans of tuna every time you go to Walmart, that's technically theft, which is 1 crime.
Okay. I'll let my judge know that when he gives me 10 counts of murder, like a judge does. What a goddamn. So no topless Kyle this week. You guys want to turn in next week. We're gonna see like the viewer retention drop off the moment you come on camera this episode, because they're like, all right, this is the shirtless one. This is the shirtless one. It's got 500 views and it's only got 30 seconds of watch time.
I'll start you guys off early. I'll unbutton the top button to show an uncomfortable amount of chest.
Woof.
So that by next week you're already eased in.
We gotta ease them in. Otherwise they're gonna soil their pantaloons immediately, and there's not a plunger in sight. God,
your family's like, all right, let's tune in to watch this. Why is he shirtless?
Yeah, we don't acknowledge that you're shirtless. We talk about you're staring at your poop floating in the bowl and flag twirling our plungers just to keep the water out. God, yeah, I forget how. Like I said, this podcast was almost called Actual Adult Men, and I think to this day that still stands. Because I'll forget, with how much time we spend together, how not normal our opinions are. Because I'll share this with somebody like the Plunger, and then they'll be like, well, why don't you just do this? And I go, well, that's not... Well, shut up, nerd. Shut up, real adult. I guess I could just do that. That sounds simpler, but that's stupid. I'm not going to do that now.
On an offhand, the worst toilet clog I've ever had wasn't my fault. It was the planet's fault.
Oh, were you in Australia?
Recently when I was at my dad, I talked about that bathroom story where the sewer, because of the rainwater, was literally like tapped out.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that were supposed to come drain it forgot to. So, it was all backing up. But at one place, I had it, and it was the worst clog ever that the plumber and the owner had to come out, and they had to remove the toilet.
What?
They had to take the toilet, and they had to take it off and access the big hole underneath. And they went in, and we found out that the tree next to the house, a root was looking for water.
Oh.
And over time had rooted in and gotten in. And so they basically pulled out an entire 30-foot long tree root.
Dude.
Out of my toilet.
A lot of people like the roots, but you've just been shitting on the roots the whole time and didn't even realize it.
The tree next door every day was like, all this water, yummy. It's a little weird tasting,
yeah, it's getting
but
fertilizer.
Plentiful.
Yeah, do you think plants can taste the water? Do you think there's a day, because they can't move, but do you think they're just pissed off when there's a day where it's like an acid rain? They're like, oh god, damn it.
So good old fertilizer and piss, and I felt like me and that tree had a connection,
Oh yeah, it's like a Stranger Things hive mind. Whatever that tree sees, you see. So when you do the podcast, it's like the tree's doing the podcast. He gets to explore a little bit.
Do you think after they removed the root, the tree, which is a living being, was able to think, damn, I'm just not getting any more of that tasty stuff?
I bet he was offended. He was like, I was the one eating the shit. Why did I get kicked out? He didn't even have to do anything with me. He could have kept pooping wherever he wanted.
Oh my god.
But it is a new year. It is time for a new bet. And I think the official plan is 12 challenges, 12 monthly challenges. I think still we'll have little weekly challenges that the audience can participate in without hurting themselves or harming themselves, and we can also do here and there. But I'm just going to, I don't want to link it to the audience, that way it's a surprise. I'm going to send you you were supposed to send me ideas. Did you come up with any? You could say the no word.
Oh.
Okay, I reached out. So I reached out to 4 different people and asked them to send ideas. None of them did. So I made the entire list. We can always add to it, obviously. But I'm gonna send it to you. Don't say any of them out loud. But let me know if there's any that you just wouldn't do or you think are stupid or need changed. But so far, this is what's gonna go in the pool of options.
That was good. That one's odd. That one's something. That one I would win. That one would hurt. That one's tough. That one's cool. That one I could win. That one Ooh, that last one. Ooh.
In 1 month, it might get...
Oh, in 1 month.
Yeah, these are all monthly challenges, remember. These are all things we do over the course of 1 month competing against each other.
I like the idea of bettering myself just to spite you.
No, yeah.
Lose most weight. I have done so many of those with like coworkers where they're like, okay, 2 months, whoever loses the most weight. And then I like take part of the challenge and then I purposely fail to make them feel better.
That's why
I'm like, I need to lose so bad.
That they're like, oh, I stagnated. That must be pretty good. It must have been pretty challenging if Kyle gained weight.
The girl who only loses 4 pounds in 2 months feels really bad till they see I gained 12 pounds.
You just absorb the rest of the group. Why does the larger Dave & Buster's employee not simply consume the other Dave & Buster's employees? But no, because usually you do that over like a year or like, yeah, several months. But I think just 4 weeks, go lose the most weight is really funny and could land one of us in the hospital.
I really feel like I could lose weight if I stopped drinking soda.
Yeah.
Because my job has, like, those soda dispensers that they have at, like, you know, Taco Bell, McDonald's, but they have them in, like, every corner of the building.
I'm going to say something controversial. If you just drank diet or 0-calorie soda, you still get soda, and you would lose, I guarantee you, 15 pounds in a month.
But I like the sugar.
Diet Dew is better. Listen, Diet Dew is better than regular Dew. Most people I know prefer Diet Coke over regular Coke. There's some that aren't the case. There's some that are disgusting. But there's good diet or 0-calorie options.
I do get bad caffeine headaches if I don't have caffeine for like more than
Same.
3
Yeah, we have an addiction.
hours.
I decided, I think we talked about it on this podcast, I gotta wait till I'm like 35 and then I'll knock that. But like at this point in my life, I need that addiction and it's going to stay there. And that's me in 8 years problem to deal with when it's far worse.
I'm still waiting for my first big health scare being 32.
You've never had a big health scare?
No.
You're the old, I've had like a dozen and you're the oldest of us and you've had none. That's, And people would never guess that. Like, if you put a side by side of us, who's had like the most open heart issues and surgeries.
I don't know what it's gonna be. You got the cholesterols. You got the blood.
It's gonna be
pressures.
gangrene. You're gonna lose a foot. You're gonna get gangrene.
I feel like me going bald at an early age was enough cosmic intervention that the rest of my health is great.
I was in a Discord call with my friends the other night and we were doing tier lists and we did biggest fears, and in A tier, so one of the highest fears possible, I had going bald, and they were like, you've shaved your head bald like 3 times, and I went, yes, but I had the choice. Going bald, I'm terrified of. I'll shave my head every day of the week. But going bald, fuck that. So yeah, let me get this piece of paper here. I'm going to write down these. That way I can crumple them up, put them in a hat, draw them out.
I saw that we opened the WAMO Discord.
Oh my god, we did, and we're going to go through some of the questions on there. We're going to go through, so I mean, that's in the description now. Join the WAMO Discord. There's already, I think, 20 people in there. It's kind of popping.
For those who don't know, Discord is a app website where Discord admins hang out with their Discord kittens. And, they play Wordle and talk It's like having your own chat room. So we have our own little chat room.
And you can discuss every episode. You get the photo dump, so all the photos that appear on screen and we talk about to each other. If you want to see those in their full HD quality to make memes or something, that's way easier to do now. Okay, this cone does not have a hole in it. Spoiler alert, audience, not to wreck your world.
Lose most weight. Lose most weight. Lose most weight.
I've got numbers in here, and I've got them coordinated to my list over here. We got our scoreboard up there. I'll have to reset that momentarily. All right, I'm going to shake it. I'm going to shake it. I'm going to shake it. Kyle, you tell me when to quit shaking it.
Stop! Lose most weight. Lose most weight.
Close enough. Oh, wait. Let me have a guest speaker read this.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jade speaking. We're contacting.
Oh, that's a bot scammer. Bot scammer is not fun. I was going to have them read it out for the audience. I thought that'd be really fun.
Hello, sir. We're here to talk about your extended car insurance. And you're like, I definitely will if you will just say out loud, who can eat the most hot dogs in 1 month?
For January, to start the month. And I think we should provide quarterly updates for this one because we can. Most steps. It is.
I win!
There's no No, you won't. I
win, you son of a bitch. I win.
Because
I win.
I guess you have a slight buff because you got shorter legs, so it's like it doubles. Because anytime I go on a walk, anytime I go on a walk with taller people, they get pissed because I'll have 10,000 steps and they'll have 5,000 just because I've got shorter strides.
Hold on. Screwed.
What's the most? How many steps did you get yesterday? Look right now. How many steps did you get yesterday?
Okay, yesterday I was off and I didn't have my phone on me. I walked 139 steps. But
wait.
Shut up.
You're clinically dead at that point.
On a day of work, this is 1 day of work. I'm going to hold this up to the screen and it's not going to show because of green screen. One day of work.
Okay.
I guess I can just
What does it say? And send me a screenshot. What does it say?
Yeah, let me send a screenshot. Hopefully there's nothing in here that doxes me.
Yeah, I can always edit it. I won't.
This is a 1 day of work.
I hope I see it and say 21,000?
That's what I do nightly.
I might die. Wait, but you work 4 days a week or 5 days a week?
I work 4 days a week.
Okay. So that averages out about 10K steps a day because the other 3 days you're not hitting 21K a day.
The other 3 days I don't take a single step.
You're clinically. So I only have to average. Wait, but it's for the month though. Dude, we're going to get Well, I'm going to get shredded. You're just going to keep working, I guess. Are you going to take extra steps or extra shifts?
I'm just going to go to my job and hope that you don't walk.
Yeah, so you've got the employed buff that I don't have plus the shorter stride buff. Put in the comments who you think's going to win. Maybe we'll have some sort of betting set up in the Discord if you're over there. But we are starting the year 0 to 0. I guess you can also do this monthly challenge and report. But yeah, I've got my Fitbit here. I'm already at 1,500 steps today. Okay, and I woke up.
Nothing.
I woke up 2 hours ago.
I'm looking at this health. This is insane. It's okay. 21,000 steps is 822 activity. It says I burned 2,100 calories. I thought daily you're supposed to only eat 2,000 calories. So does that not put me at a negative? How am I not skinny?
Because your body acclimates.
Am I eating more than 2,000 calories a day?
Like, I bet when you first got this job, you did lose some weight, but now your body's used to it. You now need to increase the steps to continue losing weight.
That's stupid!
Yeah, that's most weightlifting, bodylifting, exercise, is you have to always be increasing in some way. Otherwise, your body stagnates and gets used to it.
So some jackass can walk 500 steps a day and their body's like, whoa, this is new.
Some jackass is going to be me this month. Oh my God. If we could just double up and do the lose weight challenge this month, I'd be killing it. Oh my God. At least I get to eat like shit and walk around. Okay. I don't feel confident about this one. I forgot about the work buff. When I wrote it down, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be running miles around town. We'll see how it goes. It could go good, it could go bad.
I better keep my phone on me on the other days. Like, every time I get up to walk to my fridge, I'm going to need my phone in my pocket.
This is why we got to do weekly reports. So in 7 days, if I'm like, Kyle, I'm at 50,000 steps, and you're like, okay, nerd, I'm at 100,000. And I go, oh, no. And then the next week, I have to die.
I hate the phone ones where, like, satellite tracks when you're, like, actually moving. It has, like, gyro things.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't just, like, sit there and shake my phone.
Yeah, no, you can't just jerk off. That would be cheating. We're not doing most steps tracked. We're doing most step. We're going to be reasonable about this. If you have to jerk off, you must remove the tracker.
I remember having a little old-timey pedometer, like a Nintendo pedometer, and you would get, like, points in your games if, like, you walked. Like, Pokemon and other games had that. And I would just, like, throw it in shorts and then throw it in the dryer and, like, let it tumble around. And I'd get a shitload of steps, and I didn't have to walk my fat ass anywhere.
That's it. While everyone else is, like, exploring the world, having wonderful days, getting healthy, you're washing your clothes. You jackass. So I thought, because it is the new year, we did do the last episode. I don't know. I want to make a side bet. I like to make bets. I won the last one, so I'm doubling down. What if we didn't make resolutions for the new year? What if we made predictions for the new year?
Okay.
And I think I messaged you about this also and told you to think about it. Did you?
Yes, kind of.
Okay. So we're going to go back and forth. How many predictions do we each get? Like 4 or 5? What are you thinking here?
You can throw out as many as you want.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what? If it doesn't happen, you'll lose a point, so like you could end up hurting yourself by going too far?
Wait, we're getting pointed on this?
Yeah, at the end of the year, we'll do an episode where we look back at our predictions and we figure out who got the most right, who got the most wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'll go first, so you can kind of have an idea here. And these aren't things I want to happen. These are just things that statistically I think are good bets, not too safe, not too crazy. A president will die. Specifically,
I was literally about to say Trump dead at 79.
I'm just saying all U.S. presidents. That could be Obama, that could be Biden, that could be Trump, that could be Bush, that could be Clinton. 5 options. One of them
Lincoln
is going this year.
Okay.
So that's my first prediction.
Are there only 5 living presidents?
That feels right. Clinton, Bush, Obama, Biden, Trump. Yeah.
We gotta get younger people into the government. God damn.
Why is that always the conclusion? All right, beat that. What is your prediction? Not too safe, not too crazy, but a bit of a gamble. What do you got?
I think I'm gonna go to Taco Bell this year.
Oh, come on. That's... Okay, if that's how we're going to play it, I'm going to go to Taco Bell tonight.
Something happens with your car, breaks down, and you're like, I need to get to Taco Bell
I hope Taco
now.
Bell goes out of business tonight. That's insane. I've put the lives of the presidents on the line, and you're like, I'll eat at some point.
I'm probably going to go get a quesarito at some point.
All right.
I think this year that... I feel the United States will invade another country. Wait, no, that's already happened. Hang on. I think the United States will invade 2 more countries. I think this is the bad year.
We're getting 2 more countries this year that we invade?
Yes.
Okay, so far we're only making bad predictions, so we're going to be celebrating when these terrible things are happening.
Okay, yeah,
you've already. I'm rooting for the president to die. You're rooting for the president to infiltrate 2 countries. We're really against each other here. Maybe one could lead to the other.
Now, when Trump starts bombing Costa Rica, I don't
want
like,
one more, baby, and then stop.
I'm like, yes, 1 point. It's like fantasy football getting a
somebody
touchdown.
Gets injured, and you go, yeah, you fucking idiot. You're just rooting.
I'm like, he's dropping bombs.
Yeah, he's dropping.
bombs. I don't condone it. I don't condone it.
We do fantasy football UN. That'd be awesome. Dude, I'm drafting Costa Rica. I would love country fantasy football. Oh my god. Okay, my second prediction for the year. Kyle will lose the annual bet this year by 2 or more points.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I'm gonna
well,
double down here. I'm gonna give myself more reason to beat you in one, so I can beat you in both.
Another prediction for this year. You know, you gave a bet to me. I'm going to give a bet to you. You are going to require some form of surgery this year.
Okay. My next prediction, you won't believe me. Tre goes to the ER 0 times this year.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So I am either... We are gambling with the president's life, the lives of countries, the lives of me. Oh my god. I swear to God. I'll send you the screenshot once we've gone through the list, but that is my third pick. So you're not even saying I have a health scare. You're saying I'm having surgery this year.
Yeah, you know, it could be like a root canal or LASIK.
So once again,
some
you're
form of
banking
surgery.
on it. You're rooting for it. When it happens, you celebrate. Okay, awesome.
You're like, hey, Teal, can't go live today. Appendix burst. And I'm like, did the doctor look at it?
Dude, you're going to be the cause for me not going to the hospital, because not only will I lose a point, you'll gain a point. Wife's going to be like, you're bleeding out. And I'll be like, we got to wait till midnight New Year's Eve. Then I go. Not a minute before. The damn presidents are still alive. 2 countries have already been invaded. I'm fucked right now. So, yeah, my prediction, I go to the ER 0 times. Now you go.
A big prediction for 2026 that a very popular restaurant, not going to specify, just a restaurant, one that is very beloved, will go bankrupt and out of business.
Ooh. Okay.
Almost happened to Red Lobster.
Almost happened to Red Lobster. Okay. A beloved.
I feel like
now, we're not going to say Cracker Barrel is beloved, right?
no.
Okay. We're talking the creme de, we're talking your Taco Bells, your Sonics, your McDonald's, Subway, Starbucks.
This comes on top of, because originally my prediction was going to be that there will be another pandemic.
Oh. And
I figured, let's just get more specific. A restaurant will go out of business because of another pandemic.
You're making that the full prediction. So if it goes out of business on its own, okay. You're just thinking there will be a pandemic, and so, okay, got it.
I think you got, like, between the bird flu... every time I check the news, it's like, new deadliest disease discovered at airport. Deadly disease
if we
from
close
40
down all the
years
airports,
ago
there'd be no more diseases.
Yeah.
So, when I said we were making predictions, at no point did I specify we had to root for bad things in the world. Not one of these things has been good, other than me not going to the ER.
There's not going to be a good thing to happen.
We are really
this year.
setting the tone for 2026 being the worst year ever, apparently. All right, I got 2 more picks here. My 4th pick, Tre, that's me, weighs 180 pounds or less. I currently weigh 205.
How much do you weigh?
Huh?
Okay.
I weigh 205.
I assumed you were like 160.
Thanks, man. That'd be really cool. I haven't been 160 since the 7th grade. That would be so cool. I as a meme in 2020 got really fat and got up to 230 pounds because I had watched Fat Mac too much. And then I went, and now I'm going to lose it like he did and get ripped. And then I got to 200 and got stun locked for 5 years.
Yeah, that's how that usually goes.
Yep. I was like, boy, it's so easy to gain weight. Now I just got to lose it. And then I went, fuck that. And so I've just been stagnated right here for so long.
Oof.
So there's another positive. I don't go to the ER, and I lose weight. So what are you going to say? I get fat as shit?
That would be a good prediction. Let me predict something good for this year. Something good. Something good for this. What are good things?
Oh my god.
What has a good thing ever happened?
You could get a promotion. Putin disappears. We discover life in space. An asteroid hits just your enemy's house. The trolley problem is real.
Let's good things. It's really easy to think of bad things.
The playoffs are about to start. Maybe you could make an early prediction so you immediately get a point or not. You could predict who wins the Super Bowl.
Oh, who's going to the Super Bowl?
Okay. Who? Are you asking me?
Has it already been decided?
No, there's 16 teams right now, and the playoffs start next week.
I was hoping it was 2 teams because then I could just coin flip.
Yeah, that's
pick
crazy. No, you have to pick one of the 16 teams if you want to go that way that is going to win the Super Bowl.
The Packers! Are they one of the 16 teams?
They are one of the 16 teams. They're on the cusp. They barely made the playoffs. Okay, so you're just predicting the Packers will win the playoffs. Is that, you want to lock that in?
What are the other teams? Give me all the teams.
Okay, I'll tell you
which ones I recognize.
Okay, I'll give you all.
I don't know anything about football.
I'm excited.
Totally
That's why I'm wearing the Philadelphia here. The Philadelphia Eagles. They made the playoffs, for the 8th year in a row. They're amazing. They're going to win it all this year.
The Birds are not winning.
You don't know anything about football, but the Birds are not winning.
Birds are not winning.
Okay, you've got the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in round 1. Do you think either of them are going to win the Super Bowl?
Steelers.
You got the Broncos, the Bills, the Jags, the Chargers, the Patriots, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Panthers, the 49ers, the Eagles, the Packers, the Bears.
The Bears. Did you see that the Bills that they were offering they were offering like merch to like fans to come out and clean the stadiums after games?
I believe it. Bills, like if I didn't root for the Eagles, my second place would be the Bills and third place would be the Steelers. Northeastern football outside of the Patriots, the Jets, and the Giants rules.
Can I narrow it down to 2 teams?
You're just gonna call who's in the Super Bowl. You could do that.
Not who's in the Super Bowl, but just that one of these 2 teams will win.
Okay, that's
the
still
Super
good.
Bowl.
All right, I'll let you do that.
My money now. Obviously, you would pick a team like the Patriots or the Steelers or one of those jackasses that always goes to the Super Bowl.
You clearly do not watch football if you think those jackasses are currently doing well.
Okay. Well, I think that who will win the Super Bowl, it's either going to be the Packers or the Bears. That's my money.
I love that prediction because now you've locked that in.
Yep.
They're playing each other in round 1 this weekend, which means after this week, only one of them will have the possibility to win the Super Bowl.
Shit.
So, after this weekend, you're going to be rooting for one of them real hard.
Well, best of luck to both teams then.
Yeah, so shout out the wild card in the NFC, the Packers versus the Bears. Whoever wins is Kyle's pick to win it all.
Hey, that first round, though, it's there's no bad round for me.
And then my final pick, my 5th and final prediction for the new year. And this isn't something I'm rooting for. It's just I follow trends, okay? So I think a president will die. I think I will be at 180 or less pounds. I think you'll lose the bet by 2 or more. I will go to the ER 0 times. And finally, my final and 5th prediction, Kyle gets fired. And again, make it not happen. It'd be bad if it happened. Prove me wrong. But statistically, there are more years.
Statistically!
There are more years where you've lost or changed jobs than not in the last 5 years. So that is a clean bet that I'm making.
Oh,
You made a bet that I will have surgery this year.
That seems very likely.
It seems likely you'll get fired.
My boss is going to take me in and be like, I'm sorry, man, we got to let you go. And I'm like, don't do this. Please don't do this. I'll lose the bet.
He goes, sorry, I'm a big Tre fan. I got to let you go. He needs the point.
He pulls out the podcast. He's like, I'm winning this.
Denise and Ryan were just showing me it, and I gotta let you go, man. All right. Think about it. Get your brain juice. What is your final prediction for 2026?
My final prediction for 2026.
2026. There's a lot of major video games coming out this year. Maybe GTA 6 bombs. Maybe Minecraft 2 is the highest grossing film of all time.
That's my prediction. GTA 6 will not come out this year.
You think it's got one more delay?
I
At least?
think it was supposed to come out last year.
Uh-huh.
Got delayed to this year. I think 100%
Okay. I'll allow
it is not coming out this year.
All right. You heard it here, folks. Who do you think just right now is going to win the predictions for 2026? The first annual Tre and Kyle Predict the Future. If you sweep here, it's going to be the worst year ever. People have to be rooting for me or this year's going to suck. If you win, the Packers win the Super Bowl and nobody cares. I have surgery. We invade several countries. GTA 6 gets delayed and we don't get to play it again.
There's going to be people where like GTA 6 gets delayed again and they're going to be furious and I'm going to be like, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you'd be the one person.
yes.
I guess, yeah, you've added a weird light to a lot of tragedies and bad things this year that people can now look forward to. So there is our annual predictions. Maybe we'll do it every year. We'll see. Depends on how many countries we invade. We've got the January challenge ready to go, so we're going to be stepping. We've got the new Discord. I'm full of segments today. It's the start of the year. It's segment city. 2025 has just passed. There were so many good TV shows and movies and songs, obviously memes and video games. So I just thought we'd go through real quick and just real quick trip out. What was your favorite TV show of 2025?
There were a lot.
There was you had Severance, there was Pluribus, there was The Boys.
Was Severance this year?
Wasn't there a new season this year? I'm not saying it started this year, but was there not a season this year?
It probably was. Last year felt very long.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Severance was last year, Pluribus, Alaska: The Last Frontier, The Boys, Invincible, Gen V, some other stuff. I think just Pluribus easily sweeps, so maybe that's crazy. I don't know if you agree with that. I saw a lot of people, there's this weird thing happening lately where it's not weird because it's usual where people just hate something because it's pop. I thought we all agreed Pluribus was good, and then the show wrapped. I haven't watched the finale yet, and everyone went, boy, that was the slowest, most boring show ever. And I could not disagree more. I loved every minute of it. I just need to watch the finale still. It could drag on forever, and I love everything it's doing.
I think people want set pieces and actions and a lot of conflict. Like, Breaking Bad, you get, that fourth season where, Gus is, decided he's going to kill them. And it's just 4 episodes straight of nonstop. But when the whole point of the show is that the world is peaceful and wants you to be peaceful, it's a weird anti-conflict where you don't want that.
It's just a moral dilemma played out and just asking the questions that you would ask. I saw my favorite thing, which is people don't like it because it got popular too fast. Whereas usually if you hear about a show like Severance or Breaking Bad, you can get through it. But there are people who just watched 8 episodes, and because it's season 1, all it did was set things up, which is what a season 1 kind of does. It sets the plates, and then next season, they'll spin or fall wherever they will. But yeah, I think
people got TikTok brain.
People got TikTok brain, man.
People need their Stranger Things center screen.
Okay, and I want to say, so I haven't watched the finale for Stranger Things. I've watched all of Stranger Things. I've been rewatching it with wife. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. I think
it's absolutely hideous.
I think prestige television has reached a weird time to say that it's hitting. When it's doing, it's just it's in the category of Game of Thrones, Westworld, House of Dragon. I'm not saying quality or enjoyment, but it is that, that's what you have to compare it to. And when I compare it to those, I'm like, yeah, it's hanging. It doesn't reach the peaks of Game of Thrones for me necessarily. It's got some dud moments, some cringe here and there. It's not that bad of a show.
It's awful.
It is. I think its biggest problem is that it is mid popcorn. It's like Too Fast, Too Furious. You love it, but if you look at it too long, there might be some problems. I think it's fun. I think it's nostalgic. I think it's funny sometimes. It's emotional sometimes. It's not by any means perfect.
It has...
But in a world where there's 2.5 Men, there's Big Bang Theory, we're going to act like this is the most garbage show ever. It's 8 movies every season. It's doing things like... Which I guess changes the bar by how you rate it.
The last season is revealed to me the idea of phone explaining, which is the idea that the show knows that you are on your phone and the show knows that you aren't watching, so it will describe everything out loud and describe things that just happened out loud so that you listening can keep up.
That is the biggest problem with season 5, yes. I don't think that's necessarily the show's fault, though. Is that not the consumer's fault?
I mean, there's a million things. I think it's ugly. I hate everything being center framed is the thing that drives me the craziest with everything nowadays. Is everything being center framed so that when you upload it to TikTok and it auto does it, you're like, wow, I don't have to move anything at all. Everything's perfectly in the middle at all times. And they do that on purpose. Hollywood says they do it on purpose.
What do you think? I saw you watch Tron Ares the other day. How was that?
I haven't watched it yet. The only reason I keep watching it is because my dad got the big lights behind his TV, and he uses that movie as people will come over and he's like, hey, I got the lights installed behind my TV that match what's on screen, and then he puts on a random Tron movie so that the lights behind the TV match. And then he's like, wow, cool, and then he turns it off. And it's just constantly booting up a Tron movie. Which, based... I love Tron. Still haven't seen Tron Ares yet. I gotta work my way up.
You love Tron, but you hate the people that make the Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's okay for things to be so okay. I just don't think Stranger Things is the worst show that's ever been made. I just don't think it's deserving of the amount of hate. I think it's deserving of some hate. Don't get me wrong. But the level of hate it is receiving, I think, is very, very disproportionate. But then I'll see people, which is annoying, where somebody shared, like, see HBO? That's how you wrap up a hitting show. And I go, shut the fuck up. That's not even, no, you've not at any point reached the same heights that Game of Thrones reached at any point through your runtime. But yeah, pluribus. A movie is a little bit easier for me. I got my Letterboxd Wrapped, and this was my biggest year for movies. I was 8 movies short of 200. I watched 192 movies this year. I'm gonna send you my Letterboxd Wrapped real quick. Easily, I mean, people already know my favorite movie this year, or in 2025, was Superman. 100%. I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I couldn't stop watching it. Runner up is one battle after another.
That's what I thought you were gonna pick.
I started the year on January 1st. I watched Anora, Oscar Best Picture winner, and the last movie I watched in 2025 was Jackass 4.5.
Based.
Showing all of my taste.
John Wick, most watched theme, crude humor and satire.
Yeah.
What the hell is a nano genre?
Yeah, I love that they do that. They I don't know. They just try to like pick your personality and then they put movies that somehow fit that and it's weirdly specific. It's mainly slop. I watched 41 films across all the Fridays. Alan Rickman, most watched actor, because I watched all the Harry Potters just cuz. And then I showed wife Die Hard. Otherwise, it would have been Daniel Radcliffe or any other Harry Potter actor.
I need to keep better track of movies I watch. I watch a lot, but I never keep track. I will say my favorite movie of the year was definitely Sinners.
Interesting. I know that's a lot of people's favorite. I really liked it. I just didn't love it as many other people did, unfortunately. Yeah. But it is a very cool movie. I think it's the best way to describe it. It's cool. And then song. I don't think I have a favorite. Let me think about it for a second. Do you have a favorite song this year? Just one that stands out?
Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears to Fear.
Everybody wants to rule the world. That song? There's a new kind of
Does it have to be a
love.
song released this year?
No, I think you can just say your most. I mean, if you have one that came out in 2025, that would make more sense. But I think both apply.
I get my Spotify and I get my old songs. I don't listen to modern pop. That being said, I hate pop, but I'm real big into Olivia Dean and Sabrina Carpenter. They're nice. I like them.
Oh, what is your favorite Sabrina Carpenter song? There's.
I like that one where it's like.
Kyle, that was. That was. I'm worried for your health. You mean, what are you talking about? Juno or Tears?
My only exposures to Sabrina Carpenter before I started listening to her was the first I ever heard of her was when they were interviewing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shut the fuck up.
And not the actor of Shadow the Hedgehog, not Keanu Reeves. It was a Twitter takeover where they were interviewing Shadow the Hedgehog, like the actual Shadow the Hedgehog. And they were like, "Who's your favorite singer, Shadow the Hedgehog?" And he edgily says, "Sabrina Carpenter." And I'm like, damn, she must be badass if she's Shadow the Hedgehog's favorite singer. And then shortly after that, they added her to Fortnite as a playable experience. And I'm like, yo, it's the Shadow the Hedgehog girl. And then, so really the worst way to discover a singer, but then, I had to 5-star all her songs, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I like this compared to everything just sounding like Taylor Swift on the radio.
It's a lot of fun.
And then I discovered Olivia Dean, and I'm like, damn, she good.
My number one most listened to album in 2025 was the K-pop Demon Hunters motion picture soundtrack.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, and then number one song, Punk Rocker, which is the song that plays during the credits of Superman. I have listened to that song almost every day. That and 5 Years Time. That entire movie's soundtrack makes every day better. I love playing it so much.
Listen to a lot of jazz. I listen to a lot of jazz. I discovered a new band called Your Song Is Good.
Is it?
Very good. Very good. Love them. Been listening to all their stuff.
Is that a jazz group?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Your Song Is Good.
What sets them apart from the other jazzers? Do they scat harder? Do they play better? Like, what's their difference? What sets them differently?
They are... They've got a little... They're like ska jazz.
Oh.
Which sounds terrible.
They're jaw scaz?
There's no singing. It's just like the guitars on top of jazz, and it's that very kind of laid back, kind of like do kind of thing.
God only made one of you. You know that, right?
People, if anybody ever comes up to you and says that they listen to ska, it is your duty as a human being to kill them. But sometimes it hits.
Every sentence you say is like, damn, I didn't know they made people like that. Well, yeah, you're the same guy that somehow when the Game Awards comes on and they display 90 titles nobody's heard of, they've got Didgeridoo 7 featuring David Spade, and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I have to replay the first 6. I remember when I played those when I was 5. And then they're like, we're doing Tooey Bluey Dewey again racing. And you're like, oh, the remaster? But then you're also the guy who knows about ska jazz. But then you're also the guy who somehow lies and gets a job valeting.
You do what you do.
You do what you do. I feel like I'm scared to ask this, but favorite meme in 2025?
Favorite?
You came around to it. You came around to it.
I have never hated something more and then Stockholm syndromed into it more than 67.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know that there was another meme last year.
It's if I look up Let me.
Yeah,
just
you
because I
present 'em
love
to me.
seeing how awful it is. Let
Top
me look
memes 2025.
up best memes of 2025. Rolling Stone. Yeah, that's how we know we're gonna get something good if I find it on Rolling
Oh, I thought you were saying the Rolling
Stone.
Stones were a meme, and I was going to say, no, they aren't.
God damn it. Okay, Rolling Stone, best 25 memes of 2025. Number 1, reheating nachos.
This is made by 95-year-olds. Wait, was Luigi Mangione last year, or was that 2024? Because if that was last year, that was a big meme. There was a lot of Luigi Mangione
I think last
memes.
year, Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl.
That was meme.
Fat JD Vance.
Fat JD Vance is really funny.
Recession indicators. The Ashton Hall morning routine I thought was the funniest thing I'd ever seen for one day.
That was a good
before
trend
everybody
for a day.
started parroting
when
it.
he time travels backwards when he dives in the pool, it's like 7:28 dive in pool, 7:25 get out of pool.
That's the best. Where he's jumping in and he's mid-air and it cuts from like 3:57 to 4, and then at 4 he hits the water. People are like, did he suspend for 3 minutes? What happened?
And then
every morning dunks his face in the ice water.
But the water is that fancy expensive water bottle brand that he's just wasting. He's like, every day I take a bath, and it's like what is it, like Sarajevo water or something like that, that tall blue bottle.
The bottles that he always has.
Yeah, and he's like, I mash my face into it, and it's like, you could use any water if it's just for your face like that.
Katy Perry kissing the ground after going to space.
Oh, women in space. That did happen. Women did that.
Grok.
Oh,
Is
Grok
this
was
true?
a mess this year.
For those who don't know, Grok recently put out an update that allows you to, on Twitter, undress any woman. You just go into the comment of a woman and say, Grok, put her in a micro bikini. Grok, take off her dress. And it just does it.
I should clarify,
that would be...
Kyle's not encouraging anyone to do this.
Yeah,
he is judging Twitter
this is
for doing
awful.
this. Yeah.
People were like, this is the worst thing ever. And Elon Musk was like, yeah, but you could put a bikini on a toaster. Isn't that funny? People were like, dude. It's like women don't post photos.
I love how we didn't make any
women, but
AI predictions for 2025 or 2026 because there's no telling. Like, I was like, either it all gets banned or it gets completely unbanned, and it's like, because it's exponential. Like 2 years ago, Will Smith ate spaghetti AI, and it was really funny and really wonky, but we were like, oh, that's still kind of interesting. And then the next year we were like, oh, but you can still tell. And then this year is just, there's like that video of a bunch of deer jumping on a trampoline, and it's black and white security footage, and everyone shared it, and it was just AI.
It's so bad.
Like every day I have to stare at it. Like, I'm at the point where I have to stare at every meme for 10 minutes before I can figure out if it's AI now. It's gotten too far.
Yeah. I hate seeing something and being like, that's probably AI generated. Yep. The Coldplay concert guy getting caught cheating.
That was 2025. That was awesome. What a long
100 men versus one gorilla.
Did we ever air our thoughts on that? That was another good meme. I mean, it was an annoying one because it's an age-old question with an answer. 100 men clears the gorilla every time.
I think no.
Like, it's just like 100 ants would kill one duck. 100 ducks would kill one rabbit. 100 rabbits would kill one fox. It's just numbers.
100 ants would not kill one duck.
100 fire ants would absolutely kill a duck. I'm pretty sure 100 fire ants could kill a baby.
The gorilla's not going to give a shit. And then the second 5 people start beating it, it's just going to, like, take us out.
It has stamina, though, and its eyes at the front. 5 go for the front. He wails. I slide under. I rip his testicles off. He bleeds out. We scatter. He can't kill us all before he bleeds out. We win. Like, there's so many outcomes where man wins, and there's almost none where the gorilla wins. It's just like, I get, like, a gorilla's not a literal superhero. They are very strong. They're one of the most impressive creatures, but they still have limits, and 100 men is more than a limit. It's just stupid.
This is like when people were angry at me because the age-old who would win 100 billion lions or all 1,000 Pokemon. And I'm like, the lions! And they're like, but Pokemon have superpowers. And I'm like, it's 100 billion lions. That's a lot of lions.
Zapdos can fly,
That's
though.
so
Zapdos
many
can
lions.
fly and is a storm. What? No, the lions don't win that. Zapdos is a literal god bird that doesn't have to land. It's a literal, like, there are god Pokemon.
At one point, it will land, and the Lions are gonna get it.
Like, I think the gorilla thing is only a conversation if it's 1v25. That's my number where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure. But that's just so much more overwhelming than you realize. Like,
I don't know.
You do know. We gotta have more faith. Listen, it's just I don't want to make
the gorilla wins every time.
Every time is insane.
I'm gonna zoom through these. Tell me if any of these stand out. Zendaya hat. Standing on business. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Oh my fucking god! Fuck, nothing beats a Jet 2. I want to. I feel I want to apologize to the makers of Oh No, Oh No, Oh No, 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 No. Do you remember that? It would play on every video of a fail. I want to go back to that. But watching any video and I'm just trying to enjoy, nothing beats a Jet. Shut. I wanted to burn things to the ground. Nothing made me like people were mad at 6-7.
Ruin it.
Like all the anger at 6-7 should have been. I don't understand how we're so mad about 6-7, but not Jet 2 Holiday.
The idea of watching a video and the second year the Jet 2 Holiday, a button in your brain goes off and you're like, now I laugh.
Yep. Now I laugh. Now it's funny.
Now it's funny. Labubu Matcha Dubai Chocolate. Pisses me off. What a terrible year. What a ass year. I had the new TikTok chocolate, which was the angel hair chocolate.
Yeah. Like the pasta.
My mom got it for me for Christmas. And it's supposed to be the new Dubai chocolate. And let me send you a picture of it. And you're going to instantly be like, oh, that looks repulsive. It is the new angel hair chocolate.
Wait, okay, I was thinking it was like shaped like the pasta. No, that's repugnant.
Yeah.
It
is. This is the new TikTok candy. That is cotton candy.
Ooh.
It's literally just cotton candy in chocolate.
It looks like a Russian doll's hair was forced into a chocolate mold.
It's, you know when you eat cotton candy and it instantly dissolves?
Yeah, that looks like it doesn't.
Yeah, it's like it does that and it mixes with the chocolate and it's weird and it's
ew.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
I'm looking through the rest of the memes. The Rapture 6-7.
Oh yeah, the Rapture.
Luigi Mangione.
Okay, yep.
The Minecraft movie Chicken Jockey.
Oh wait, better than 6-7 might be Chicken. I was at a Christmas gathering with Ethan, and someone was like, "Did somebody bring chicken?" And we just locked eyes from 20 feet across from Chicken Jackie, Flint and Steel. Just saying things to like wink at the camera is so stupid. The overworld.
My mom just saying the name of everything.
Nether brick.
Nether brick. My mama kind of homeless. I love that one. The I Show Speed where he's trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
There's oh my god, there's so many. And then a lot of these just don't. The Croods.
There's the concept of the Croods. They didn't even have a movie last year.
The concept of the Croods, calling robots clankers.
Oh, that ruled. That was fun.
Freaking the Epstein Files. That's not a meme.
Well, it did kind of become a meme on top of itself.
Okay. Italian brain rot. We are Charlie Kirk.
Oh, have you heard that song? They love that. They love that song, man. I do this fun thing where we have a separate TikTok for What Are My Options. Please check it out. It's doing great things. But while I'm waiting for it to upload, it kicks you to the For You page. And because I've never used that account to watch, I see what the world is watching, and it upsets me. I loaded one, and it's AI Charlie Kirk's face on Captain America's body at the end of Endgame. And then you hear, on your left, and Jeffrey Epstein flies in, and then it's Doctor Strange, but it's Donald Trump, and it's playing We Are Charlie Kirk, and it has 20 million fucking likes, and every comment is like, like this if you pray Jesus, and it's got the comments each have 1 million likes. And then the next one down is like, ladies, if your husband isn't making at least 8 figures, why are you with him? And then the next one is, again, we are Charlie Kirk. And then the next one is AI. They've AI'd the video of Luigi Mangione allegedly killing an alleged businessman, but Luigi is the Grinch and Cindy Lou Who is the alleged businessman. and then TikTok goes, your video's now uploaded, and I go, I gotta get the fuck out of here. If you ever want to see why the world is wrong, look at what they're watching. Make a fresh TikTok account and just look.
It's eventually you get an algorithm and you're like, TikTok ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is stuff I like. But if you see the default
just raw
TikTok,
dog and default TikTok, I would not recommend it. It's terrible.
Yeah. God damn. What a year.
What a year. So yeah, favorite meme is either Minecraft movie just saying words or 6-7. Finally, favorite video game of 2025.
Katamari.
Really?
Katamari, the new Katamari Damacy. That's nothing can top that. I haven't played Expedition yet. Gonna be playing that soon.
What about? Have you heard of Ball Pit?
Oh, I saw that was listed as one of the best indie games, so I bought it. Have not played it yet, but it basically
play it at Christmas. Tre Harmonica Kyle told me about it. He was like, if you're done with Balatro, because I had gotten C++ finally after 700 hours, you should play Ball Pit. And now I've already put in like 80 hours this year into Ball Pit.
It's basically Vampire Survivors, and I adore that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I just love roguelite everything stimuli.
You should put up footage when you talk about a game, because it's literally a game where you are like, it's one of those, the ball comes down at you and then you bounce it up and then like it hits a block and then it comes down and you bounce it up.
Yeah,
which
like
everybody's
Brick Breaker.
played that except this is dope because you get upgrades.
What sucks,
and that doesn't sound like a lot, but imagine just like 800 upgrades in 2 minutes.
it's already hard to explain gaming to like regular people around the holidays, but when they find out in the game, like, what game do you play? And I either have to say poker or Ball Pit and then explain it, because like I was Discord streaming it to my friends the other night and they were like, this looks like an iPhone ad fake game they made real. I was like, no, I know, but I promise it's amazing. You have to play it. I know it just looks like Brick Breaker, and it is just Brick Breaker, but it's awesome Brick Breaker.
Yeah, it's always, people always say like coworker core, and it's because people come up to me at work and they're like, what video games do you play? And I usually just say everything, because they usually switch to talking about like Arc Raiders and Escape from Tarkov, and I'm over here and I'm like, well, I've been playing Katamari Damacy.
Yeah. I've been playing Change.
You roll a sticky ball.
Yeah, I've been playing this game called Change. I've been playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I've been playing what's that one with the little black bear with the red eyes? No, that's not Danganronpa. Danganronpa.
Oh my god.
That's it. Danganronpa.
If somebody came up to me in real life and said they played Danganronpa, I would have to push them down.
Even though
I played Danganronpa.
Yeah. I think that's it. We're finally done with 2025 and on to 2026. You finished a quarter of that gallon already. We have the Ask Us Anything section in the Discord. We've also still got the emails, so you don't have to get a Discord to ask questions. There's always the emails, the comments, the Discord. It's just all about giving you guys other avenues.
Before we get into the questions and the viewer aspect, real quick, can I tell you how my Christmas was ruined?
Oh, you have content this week, Kyle. What do you got? How was your Christmas ruined?
Christmas accidentally got ruined.
Accidentally.
I hope my audio is recording. It says it is, but I know last time I had that weird issue where it didn't.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just afraid OBS is always glitching now ever since that happened. Unrelated. Okay. My Christmas got ruined. So on December 25th, me and my mom and my stepsister, my stepsister's boyfriend, stepdad, we all went and we got a Christmas dinner at a restaurant. And then we went out to the car and the winds were like 60 miles per hour. So my mom gave everybody their gifts, and I got like 2 bags, and everybody got their gifts. And then we ran to our car and we went home. And instead of opening my presents when I got home, I'm like, I want my mom to see me unbox this, so I'll wait until she can come over and help me unpack, and then I'll open the presents. And that was a few days ago.
Uh-huh.
A few days ago.
Don't tell me she got you a cat.
It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. I can't remember if this was... It was a few days ago. Last week. It was like after the podcast. But she comes over and I open my presents. And one present, it's full of candy and weird food and gross food. And I'm like, yes, I love eating this stuff on stream. And then the other one, it's Hawaiian shirts. And, you know, she got me a Hawaiian shirt with boobs all over it and a whole bunch of weird Hawaiian shirts. And I'm like, yes, I love wearing these Hawaiian shirts. And I'm like, thank you, Mom. Great Christmas. And she's like, where's your presents? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, there's the final bag and it's full of like your big presents. It's like $400 worth of presents. It's like all your big presents of the year. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have it. Where is it? And so we're looking for it. We can't find it. I don't have it. She doesn't have it. We figure the restaurant probably doesn't have it. And we're trying to figure out where these presents went. And so on a whim, she's like, oh, maybe your stepsister and her boyfriend got the present. There was a little mix-up, but it's okay because it's all labeled. It all has your name on it. So we call her up, and we ask her if she got the presents. And she says, yes, I did get the presents. I already re-gifted all of it. And I threw out what I didn't want. Because it was all crap.
So, who is at fault here, would you say?
Now, I blame myself for waiting so long. She straight up says that she thought my name being on everything was a mix-up.
Oh.
She says that, of course, it all being stuff that I'm interested in. My mom got me like a big spinning wheel for my stream. All sorts of stuff like that. Yeah. And she's like, I don't need this. Throws it out. An electric lunchbox, threw it out. Dash cam for the car, all sorts of electronic stuff.
Content.
Just re-gifted. Yeah. And then she's like, well, that's a little messed up. You re-gifted everything. And then she hits my mom with I re-gifted all my stuff too because it was also crap. Don't even bother getting me anything next year. So... shit.
Can we have your stepsister on the podcast? She
to an interrogation? It was awful. Oh my god.
I could never imagine saying any of those things.
I know. My mom was like, what? And I'm like, she felt so bad for me, and I'm like, I'm not upset that I didn't get the presents. I'm happy with the candy.
You had a point, you just feel bad for your mom being out the money and the everything else.
I feel bad she spent the money, and one, it went to the wrong person, and two, it all got thrown out and re-gifted and probably sold on Facebook
Yeah, at first she thought she was out $400, but now she's out $400 plus whatever she got your stepsister. That's crazy. Whatever your mom is going to get your stepsister next year, tell her just to send it to me, because I will appreciate it. I don't care what it is.
You're invited to our Christmas dinner next year.
I will be there next year in place. I will put on a costume or wig or whatever I need to do to get my own giant spinning wheel.
Oh my god. So yeah. Crazy Christmas ungifting this year.
Wow. I went through that story. At first I was like, oh no, Kyle, you should have opened it sooner. Something went bad. And I went, oh no, your mom didn't double check with you. And then I went, oh no, there's somebody at the top of all of this who has, wow, that's your family. So I don't want to say too much. Audience, you could leave a comment. But that's fucked, man. That's so fucked.
we were like gobsmacked. We were expecting like a, oh my god, I'm so sorry, or thank you for everything, I assumed it was for me, or oh, this was weird streamer
But yeah, there's
stuff.
so
I
many
should have
outs
assumed it was for him.
just to not make it a worse situation. To be like, you think that's bad, here's some worse stuff also.
I think they felt like it was a lot of finger pointy about the regifting, so they hit us with the, well, it was all crap anyways, don't even bother getting me anything.
That's rough. That's so rough.
It's rough.
I feel so bad for your mom, because I've never interacted with your mom except for when we were driving to TwitchCon. When you picked me up and we were gonna go to McDonald's, your mom called you on the car phone, and she was delightful, and she was worried that I was gonna kill you. She didn't know I was in the car, and she was like, "Are you sure you trust these people?" And I'm just sitting there in silence. You're just like, "Yeah, I think I trust him. I'm not gonna tell you that he's in the car with me right now."
You should have at that moment I was on the phone with my mom been like, "Get down, I have a gun!" And then I should have hung up on my mom.
No, you don't hung up. You just stopped talking, and then I continue the conversation, and I'm pretending to be you, clearly.
Yeah, you're like, don't make a noise, and you're like, "Hi, Mom, this is Kyle. Everything's going great."
Wearing your face as a mask. No, when I picture your mom, I picture you, but with like a pretty blonde wig. That is what I picture as Mama Kyle.
My mom is crazier than I am. I get it all from her. So,
dude, speaking of your crazy but cool mom, I read through the article. I couldn't put too much of the article on the podcast, obviously, because it'd be doxing. You said you had a short stint where you were a cute baby, so they wrote newspapers about it, and that was pretty much that. I read the article. You were in a competition against 400 babies, 400 children, to beat a national Huggies ad, and you did. How do you bury the lead like that? How do you... I don't... It's been 5 years, Kyle. You look like, goddamn, the kid... Baby. You look like Haley Joel Osment. That's a cute baby, dude. You look like goddamn Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense.
Things were going crazy. Like I said, they wanted us in Hollywood. They wanted us doing big stuff, and... My mom just at some point, I feel like I want to believe I was getting to the age where I was getting a lot more verbal, and I probably like had a bad day, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done. This sucks. I want to go home and eat candy. I don't want to do this anymore. And my mom was just like, okay, he doesn't want to do this anymore. We're done.
They said in the article they still know her by her voice in Chicago. We should go to Chicago and be like, have you heard of this woman?
The idea of every listing ever, my mom calling so much that they recognize her name and they're like, she wants that Kyle kid in the commercial.
So then, because your mom was worried about you becoming like a crack addicted, Coke famous baby, when you were like, so now I'm doing this YouTube and Twitch thing to get viewers to get famous, was she like, oh no, the crack found him?
The crack always
finds its way back.
Oh, if one day I become huge and it's just karmic, meant to be, but I find it funny that instead of working alongside Leonardo DiCaprio in movies, I'm just a podcaster.
I think if this podcast ever somehow hits 1 million subscribers, we do crack. I'm saying that right now. If you're one of our 100 subscribers we have right now, clip that. Have that at the ready in 20 to 27 years. We will do crack.
Hello, audience. Do you want to see us do crack? Make sure
to let your friends know about the podcast to speed up the crack. Okay, God. Before this is a 3-hour podcast, we've got to get to the viewer segment. Okay, from the Discord, starting off here. Galaxy, when's the WAMO Let's Play channel? Probably not soon? Question mark?
I figure if a big cool co-op game comes out, we'll do it. it won't be like a WAMO thing. It'll just be our usual.
I think if
we
ever
wanna
we
play
had that, the
game.
podcast would have to be much larger. Like if you've ever seen a channel have 5 channels, but they've got 20 viewers, it's just kind of sad and too much effort. But like, yeah, if we had the podcast large enough where I could hire 2 more editors and then we just have to film the Let's Play and throw it at them, then absolutely we would do that. But yeah, I'm not against it, but definitely way too early. Who would win, a billion lions or every single Pokemon? Every single Pokemon.
The Lions. They're lowering the number. I'm pretty sure it was originally 100 billion lions, and then it went to 10 billion lions, and then it went to 1 billion. You should be making the number as high as possible.
It doesn't matter the amount of lions if it's a literal god. So do you think, how many humans could kill God? 10 billion humans versus God. When we're talking like fully biblical God, Jesus, the Holy Trinity, the whole kit and caboodle.
How many people did it take to get him up on the cross?
12. Well, that was Jesus, and that was intentional. He wasn't fighting that. That was the goal.
Oh.
Yeah, the goal was like he had to do that.
I'd say maybe 13 then.
Yeah, Judas was the 13th. That was how that went down. Just too many cooks in the kitchen. Do either of you think you could take on a bear without guns? No, that's
nope.
No, and no bear, none of the bears. Not even like some people could 1v1 a black bear, but I could take no bears. I couldn't take out a panda bear.
I might be able to suplex a baby bear.
Oh yeah, a baby bear. I would love to like get a trebuchet. Dude, if baby bears, you could give it like the star from Mario, load it into a catapult or a trebuchet, and send a baby bear cub flying. I'm gonna move on, but that image in my mind makes me really happy, and I don't know what that says about me as a person. I feel like I've shared too much. One sauce has to be on or in every meal you eat for the rest of your life. Which sauce would it be?
If hot sauce is allowed, probably sriracha.
Okay, yeah, it's the most versatile. I was gonna say hot honey, so that way the amount is spicy to sweet. I like hot honey on pizza. I like hot honey on my wraps. I put it on my sandwiches. I put it on my mac and cheese. I put it on my eggs. I put it on my potatoes. Yeah, hot honey. And I can just put a dot. I can put a lot. That's already what I'm doing. Easy. So it's interesting that you would put a kind of hot sauce when you were as spice averse as you are.
Yeah.
Why not call it the Sun and Teal Podcast? Because nobody outside of the 12 or the 20 people in this Discord know who the fuck Sun and Teal are. And we don't want the podcast to just be for our Twitch chats. Kyle has a job, and I've got families and friends, and yeah, there's just no branding behind Sun and Teal.
Would you click a podcast called the Jim and MILF Lovers 67 Podcast?
I mean, it has 6-7 in the title, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, I probably would.
I would click that. That was a bad example.
I'm like, who's Jim? How did these
Yeah,
two
if you
meet?
want your name to be in the podcast, you have to be famous or have a huge ego. Like, if you want to have, like, yeah, if we were just the Tre and Kyle podcast, that would also be so stupid. Because they're like, okay, who the fuck is Tre and who is Kyle? But yeah, as far as why we call each other what we do, we'd have to start every episode explaining to the new audience why I'm calling a grown man a color and he's calling me son.
Me going to work and having a coworker ask me who's Teal was the most viscerally out-of-body experience of, like, getting out of control, where I'm like, yeah. Okay, this is a whole nother world out here.
It takes some adjusting because I still have to refer to you as Teal with like wife and my friends because that's what they all know you as, and we have Kyle Harmonica. But no, then I have to get on the podcast and be like, so Kyle. How did you both get your online names? Funny enough, next question. Mine was just I worked backwards. I didn't already have a name. And I wanted a name to be a famous Minecraft Let's Player like Captain Sparkles and Ant Venom. So me and my friend, we got on Steam voice call for about 6 hours, me and my friend Thomas, and he eventually said, Suncracker, you could call your audience the Sun Chips. And I was like, you gotta have a great audience name. And I've never called them that ever because that's stupid. But I still like Suncracker because it sounds like a dude who breaks suns. But then I got an audience and they were like, it's because it's 2 white things and you're really white. And I went, that's unfortunate, but sure, I guess. I guess that works out. And then you...
My dad just calls you Cracker.
Yeah. Most people do. It's unfortunate. Like when I went to TwitchCon, I was like, oh, I assume most people will call me Suncracker, Trey, or Sun. Every person I went up to, S-Fans, Merewurtz, Navius, Extra Emily, Amaranth, they're just like, hey, Cracker. I'm like, all right, I don't love that. I don't love that anymore. And so that was why for a little bit last year, I completely rebranded to just Sun TV. I was like, let's get rid of that. And then I went, I don't care anymore. Let's revert again. I was the artist formerly known as Sun. So yeah, why are you Teal Hollow?
It's just my old PS3 username. I don't remember where it came from. I think me and my friends gaming. It was just someplace in Oklahoma. One of them lived at or something. And so we made that our group name. And it's kind of stuck. It shortens down to Teal really easy. Yeah. Everybody just calls me Teal. But Teal Hollow 1, I don't know why I think there's literally a 1 at the end because either on PlayStation, YouTube, or Twitch, I made an account called Teal Hollow, lost the info, started over, just Teal Hollow 1.
I love that everyone feels the need to call me Cracker, but nobody feels the need to call you Hollow.
Hollow.
I feel like Xbox deserves royalties for the amount of popular gaming brands they've started. Most people I know, their usernames came from the Xbox gamer tag auto generator when you first got gold.
Yeah.
That's Bryant's account, Shirtless Pumpkin. Great name. He's had it for decades. That's just what he goes by online. He's Shirtless Pumpkin. That's most people. The
idea of an auto name generator just becoming a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. Like XQC Overwatch is an insane name when you actually think about it. Everyone's like, yeah, that's XQC. Most popular streamer is XQC. It's just what it is. Random assortment of letters. How did you both get your names? Real names. Kyle was Baby Book, right? We said that recently. Your parents just liked Kyle or something like that?
I believe so.
And then, yeah, Trey, Dad's favorite movie was Boys in the Hood, and Cuba Gooding Jr., who looks just like me, his name was Trey. Okay, that is it from there. I had a bonus question from Bryant, who we mention a lot. He's been watching a lot of movies, showing his wife a lot of movies because she's not big on them. We showed her Inglourious Basterds. She hated it. And so we're just trying to really learn her. And so Bryant said, there's this character in the movie Terminal who's just evil for no reason. He's not even the main antagonist. He's just a dick. Fun discussion topic for you and Teal. Who is the most evil antagonist in a movie? An obvious villain is one thing, but a person who's just a simple asshole, but is horrible is a fun thing to debate. Ooh. The house from Smart House.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you just pull up over there?
All that? I was looking up most evil villains to see if there was one that I instantly went, yes, that's the one.
My first thought when he messaged me this, I was like, well, obviously Hitler, right? I was just Schindler's List. That Hitler guy seemed pretty awful, pretty not cool, man. I think Hitler.
Some of these are not the most evil villain ever. Lex Luthor, Darth Vader. No. The Joker.
Percy from The Green Mile. Have you seen The Green Mile?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, in The Green Mile, they still electrically shock people, but they're still nice because it's the only way they have, apparently. And so before they kill them, they put a wet sponge on their head to help the electricity get in quicker and kill them. And Percy looks at the criminals as animals, and he intentionally, when it's his turn to fry a prisoner, forgets to dunk the sponge in the water, and it ends up just making the criminals burst in flames and be in agony for 30 minutes. He's so smarmy and sweaty, and fuck him so hard. He gets his comeuppance at the end of the movie, and is like, oh, he's just a coward. He's just some kid. I hope Percy is in hell for the next 300 millennia and has the worst kinds of torture. I felt so bad for the characters in that movie. Oh, here's one I thought.
The villain?
Yep.
the villain from Puss in Boots 2.
Just death.
Not death.
Just the
death.
concept of
Not
death.
Jack Horner, the big
Jack
guy.
Horner?
The guy who's just
You think he's the most
Jack
evil?
Horner.
Jack.
Perhaps the most evil villain of
All he did
all
was stick his
time.
thumb in a pie and steal a bite, and then he failed the rest. What did he do that was so
he's
evil?
He's evil for the love of the game.
Yeah,
He's just
most evil people. I mean, yeah. So is the Joker. Like most people have done genocides in movies, but yeah, Jack Horner. He's really up there with like the Mussolinis and Stalins of the movie world. I think the most evil character. This should count. There's an SNL sketch, which is how every good sentence starts. Which is it's an evil scientist conference. Have you seen this one with Dwayne Johnson? Okay.
Actually, yes, I think I have.
It's all the evil scientists, and they're together, and they're like doing E3 conference, Game Awards, showing off their new stuff. They're like, this is the anti-summer ray. It makes it winter all year. And they're like, ooh, dastardly. You fool, you've got them. This one is the stink gun. It makes all the tasty food stink. And then Dwayne Johnson comes in 9 feet tall, and he goes, I made this gun. It molests children. You shoot it at them, and the children are molested instantly. And then it cuts to the evil scientists. And they're like, what the fuck? And he goes, I just thought, what's the most harm I could do? And child molester gun. It just molests the children. And they're like, you're a piece of shit, man. You're a real fucking asshole. It's one of the funniest SNL sketches. I'd cut it in, but it would get taken down. I'll link it down below. Oh God, but yeah, that's that might be the most non-Darth Vader, non-Hitler evil. Harry Potter's caretakers. Just despicable people for no reason.
Without spoiling it to any nerds, the villain of Final Fantasy VI, I would say, is probably the most evil villain probably ever, for reasons.
Would it be a spoiler to say something evil he's done for context? Or are you just trying to dog whistle to 3 nerds right now?
Mostly like would you, if you considered Thanos to be 50% bad?
Okay.
Then the villain of Final Fantasy VI would be 100% bad.
You tell me they got Hitler in Final Fantasy VI. That's crazy, man. That's freaking crazy, dog. That's freaking crazy. So, another one. There is my last one. There is a movie called Trial of the Chicago 7. Have you seen it? Based on a true story of a trial of 7 men in Chicago, and it's about how the police antagonized these protesters and starting a fight, and how they wanted these guys to go to jail even though they were just protesting. And the judge is comically evil and terrible. There's one of the 7 is a black man, and he like bounds and gags him and messes with him and like doesn't allow him to have a lawyer specifically. And you watch the movie and you're like, the movie was good, but that guy was like comically evil. It pulled me out of it. They had to tone him down. They lowered his evil by like 50% because they knew nobody would believe it. And the fact that the toned down version nobody still believed is crazy. He was so bad that in real life,
I like the idea of toning it down and it's still.
Have you seen the Iron Claw?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's the one where I heard.
That's
where,
an insane spoiler.
Yeah, the movie's bad, but it was worse.
Yeah, you will watch the Iron Claw and sob for 2 hours, and then you hear the true story is even worse. Not going to spoil how it's worse, but it's insane.
The Iron Claw is so good, but it is miserable.
You're just going to be sad for a while. There's no real upside until it's like, I'll be your brother, Dad. And you go, he'll be his brother, Dad. Oh, man. Finally, let me check the emails real quick.
After this, I'm going to my dad's. He's grilling steaks.
Ooh. How do you get your steak done?
Medium rare.
That was close. Whatever you say after medium, if nothing at all, is detrimental. What is your favorite snack? Salt. Anything with salt and sodium and salt. Chips. I just got Vlasic. I was at the gas station the other night, and Vlasic dropped their own Cheeto Puffs, but they're pickle Vlasic Puffs. And I ate the whole bag last night while playing ball pit till 6 a.m. while making this set. So there's probably pickle and everything. Pretzels, Dots pretzels. Oh my God, I love Dots pretzels. Peanut butter filled Dots pretzels, also good.
The rolled gold cheddar pretzels, those are probably my
crunchy salt.
one.
Crunchy plus salt. Oh.
I've been on a big chips and queso kick. So.
Oh yeah. On vacation, what is your favorite thing to do? Wander. My favorite thing when I was in Hawaii was me and wife. We just started walking somewhere with no real goal in sight, and we ended up stumbling on a lot of really cool hidden gems with no real plan.
That's what New York was like. It's like you just walk and
I never like to do like the really
stuff.
big expensive things. Like there's like you can take this helicopter tour over there or do this jet ski thing over there. It's like I'm just gonna hike the mountain over there and then just wander through the city like I'm lost until I call an Uber to take me home.
It's like itinerary versus just vibing.
Yeah. Just convinced husband to take a Las Vegas vacation with me. He has never been. I know both of you went for TwitchCon. What was something that you enjoyed about the experience, and what do you suggest for someone to do 21 and up? I adore Vegas, and I'm constantly begging people to go back to Vegas for me. Here's what you do in Vegas. Nothing. You walk out your door and there's just a party. I'm sure there's like people go to Vegas shows and magic shows, and just go to Fremont Street for 3 days. Go to Steak and Shake every night. I was
gonna say the vibes of Fremont Street, which literally has a big like TV sky. So you look up and you don't see the night sky. You see like like a giant TV. They block out the sky with a TV. And it's like every block is a different stage setup with a different genre of concert. And all along you are like restaurants and bars and drinks and people dressed up and partying. And it's just nonstop. Like you can go out at 4 a.m. and it's the exact same as if you go out at 3 p.m.
We went out. There's naked women everywhere, and they really want your attention. And they're dancing on the bars. They're serving alcohol that's like 20 gallons of alcohol. It's an insane amount. And you tie it around your neck and you wander around, and then you find a stage and they're playing every banger you've ever loved in your life. And then some stranger walks up and he's like, "Hey, want some of this weed?" And you're like, "Sure, I guess I'm smoking weed now." And then you're like in a dance circle, orange justicing for people. And then you leave the group to watch another band, like Teddy Swims is up there. And then it's 6 a.m. and Bryant and Teal slap your shoulder and they go, "Where have you been? It's 6 a.m. We have to get back to the hotel." We stayed at the Golden Nugget on Fremont. So every time we would leave our hotel, you'd step outside and it was just and just everything was happening and everyone was either drunk or high and vibing.
And it's very I would recommend Area 15. It's very artsy, touristy, but it was very, very cool.
There is lots of experiences as well.
That's the Area 15. That's the bunch of art exhibits, but that's the one where it's like the grocery store, but it's all the fake products. And then like you open up the freezer in the back and it's like a doorway to like another world. And then you open up another doorway that you discover, and it's like a cabin in the woods. And then the cabin in the woods has a secret hatch that takes you to like a secret surveillance. And then you see all the cameras on the wall, and you find out that everybody's being like spied on. And then you go through another door, and it's like a alien. It's just nonstop, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Isn't that also where you met the Bill Clinton rabbi kid?
That is where I met the Bill Clinton kid, and I lost my mind.
In a straitjacket and in a wheelchair. I think I have the photo.
He was in a wheelchair and a straitjacket. Oh my god, it was crazy.
But yeah, it's just adult indulgence. There's another place in Vegas where you can just shoot a tank just cuz, and you can like drive a tank over cars and shoot a minigun, and it's just, the world is really your oyster. But if you just want the base level, even I love that.
You don't even have to gamble.
You don't even have to gamble.
You get free drinks, but you don't have to gamble.
Kyle did gamble a little bit, and it paid for our flight home. It was awesome.
I swear it was just a couple streams a couple podcasts ago I brought it up, and it was literally one of you was in the bathroom taking forever, and I didn't realize it was because you were sick with like COVID.
I had food poisoning and COVID.
Literally had to run downstairs to the casino bathroom to take a piss, came out, played the machine right outside the bathroom, and hit for like $1,200, and was just like, okay, now we can live it up.
Yep. So we immediately, you immediately like Venmo'd Brew a bunch of money. We upgraded our flights so we could like sit way better. You're buying bed, which again sucked because again I had food poisoning and COVID, so I couldn't live it up as much. Because Kyle's like, anything you want, all these steaks, all these chili dogs. I'm like, Kyle, please stop naming foods. I'm gonna throw up. Like it sucked so much to be sick in that moment because Kyle was just like money gunning at everyone. Like, what do you guys want? Cereal for dinner or steak for breakfast? What is both your favorite colors? I don't want to answer for you, but it may have something to do with the background and the branding and the green and the pink.
Pink. That's another thing. Back to my awful Christmas story. One of the things she complained about was that there was so much pink stuff. And she's like, I don't like girly stuff. That's part of why I got rid of it. They're like, Kyle loves pink.
Kyle loves pink. And it works so good with this green. I love it. Oh, it's a good combo. Okay, and finally, Tilly sent us this Would You Rather sheet. We're going to go real quick. Would you rather work from home or work in office? Work from home.
I mean, I like the work life, but if I can work at home, I'm working at home.
Give up deodorant or toothpaste? Deodorant. Because there's workarounds. You just power wash it, jet wash it every morning.
Yeah, I noticed that even if I shower, I can still get a little stinky without the deodorant, but I just have to shower more. Your mouth though,
would be
that's gonna get bad.
That's foul.
They have dentists, but they don't have armpitists. So
I don't know if you've heard of a dermatologist, but they would help with that. There is armpit doctors.
I'm learning a lot today.
Read minds or predict the future?
Read minds feels invasive-y. I'm doing predict the future.
I'm going read minds because I can't read people for shit. I'm incapable of it. I would never do it to like find out secrets, but if somebody's just like give me a funny look and I'm like they hate me, I go in their mind and be like, okay, they do hate me, but now I know.
If it's very controlled,
yeah.
I think of like the scene from like Heroes where like he gets the mind reading powers and he's in the middle of New York and he can hear everybody in New York's mind.
That sounds awful. That's the worst. And also predicting the future just sounds. I just have anxiety all the time. There's nothing gained from me knowing what's going to happen other than I guess
I get
money.
the ability to see the future, but I can only see up to 3 days in the future, and then the next day I can only see 2 days in the future, and I'm like, oh shit.
Watch a movie or read a book? Watch a movie. What am I, a nerd?
Movie.
I do like reading books, so I do have my bookshelf and I have my reading chair out there now. Explore space or explore the ocean?
Ocean is scary, but space is scary. Neither.
I'll say I think it depends on how I'm exploring space. Because if I explored space with today's technology, I would never find anything, and I'd just be miserable. Ocean, there's a chance you find something, but also scary.
All the being in the middle of nowhere, far away from everybody, kind of stranded. That's the scariest. That's why I never want to go to space, and I would never want to be in the middle of the ocean.
Like, people that don't think about space, it's just uncomprehensibly empty. It's terrifying. It's just, there's mostly nothing. As many stars or anything else that there is. Be a president or be a queen or king?
Either way, I'm getting overthrown after like 3 weeks. I've always dreamed of like a random weird princess like falling in love with me and like I'm not realizing, and then suddenly I'm like royalty. And then the king when he dies, he's like, I think you would make a great king. Take over. And then I'm just like,
Did you watch
shit.
Shrek 2 yesterday? Wait, I think that's Shrek. Isn't that Shrek Forever After? That's one of them.
That's basically the plot of
the
Shrek.
frog
Shrek
croaks
2, 3.
and he's like, Shrek, you're king now. And Shrek's like, I want my swamp. And then he finds out he wants Fiona is what he wants. And then everyone lives happily ever after. And then they're like, we're making another one. But in this one, the daughter, she's angsty. I think that's all we got. Do you got any other things for us this week, or is that going to be it?
Until next week, that's all I got.
Yeah, until next week, we're going to start our steps competition. We'll see how our predictions go. After this week, we'll know which team Kyle has to root for in the Super Bowl. It is.
You'll probably see my nipples.
You'll probably see his nipples next week. Don't do crime. Check out the P.O. box that's explained down below and on the screen. Send something in. I'm going to check it this weekend, see if we have anything there. We have that until March at least, so no rush if you do want to send something. We've got the Discord. We've got the TikTok. We've got the subreddit. We've got Spotify, YouTube. Leave a comment, rate us, like us, subscribe. Tell somebody about it is the biggest thing that you can do, which people are already doing that, so we appreciate it. We had 100 subscribers on YouTube. We have 2,500 on TikTok. Things are going well. We appreciate it. Welcome to season 2 of the podcast. Hopefully, no surgeries. Goodbye.
Hopefully surgeries.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You are going to require some form of surgery this year.
Okay. My next prediction, you won't believe me. Trey goes to the ER 0 times this year.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So I am either... We are gambling with the president's life, the lives of countries, the lives of me. Oh my god.